So I went and did a thing. The Mustang's got a lot of miles on it. It's getting old, and I'm having to do a lot more maintenance on it. And I've been looking at a Miata for a while. I do autocross fairly regularly, and Miata's the always answer. And so I bought this on Carvana. If you've watched some of my other videos, I really have a dislike for dealerships and how they're run. Why go swimming in the pool if it's full of sharks? And I've seen some really shady stuff done by dealership salesmen. And so, I bought this from Carvana because that gets rid of some of the hassle. They at least have a standard of how they're going to treat you. So I picked this up. It's a 2020 model. It's a club model, so it's got a lot of performance stuff done on it. But the issue with Carvana is you're buying with pictures on the internet. And I found some issues with the car that had me a little concerned. There's some paint overspray here, and as I got to look at this car, the front and the left side of the car have been repainted, and badly. This is not assembled correctly, and there's overspray on it, but the pictures didn't show it. And you can see this is what I actually saw first. When the car was coming off the trailer, I could see the paint on the corners of this corner light, and then I saw the overspray there. I can see the tape line here where they taped off the car to paint it and didn't do a good job. This piece is actually removable. The proper job would have been to remove this and not get that paint on there. Same thing up here. There's a tape line that's done poorly. And then there's overspray in the door jamb here. The other side doesn't have these issues. There's fish eyes in the paint. They did not get the paint clean when they painted it, and so that's going to have to be buffed out and fixed. And then there's this. I believe this scrape was on the. I did see this on the listing, but this is new. This doesn't scrape off. So I've got to see if Carvana is going to take care of me on this stuff. Love the car. It drives really nice. It's kind of my dream car right now. But oh yeah, another thing. If you notice the button for the keyless entry, they just painted right over it, and the lock cylinder as well. That's bad. That's just rotten, lazy work. So buyer beware. All said though, the car's got 30,000 miles on it as it is. Runs and drives good, so I'm happy with that. So the lip spoiler is supposed to be black, gloss black, and not body color. And so I'm talking with Carvana to see if I get a hold of the original pictures, and they're telling me they don't give away the original pictures, and I didn't get them downloaded before I started working on purchasing the car. So I want to see if that was black, because that'll tell me whether Carvana painted this or if it was the previous owner. Scratches and gouges like this I expect on the car. This does not bother me one bit. That's just wear and tear. But when I see bad work, what is this crap in the paint, I've got an issue. So Carvana uses a company called Silver Rock to handle issues with cars after the warranty claims after the sale. I emailed them and said, or they have a place on Carvana, a dashboard on Carvana where you can submit problems with your car. And I went on there and outlined the paint issues on this car and said, hey, I need this taken care of. And it went to Silver Rock, and they hit me back and said, oh, well, this stuff is all, it's normal wear and tear for a used car. You should expect this. Now, if you're going to yell and scream and, oh, you got to repaint my car and this and that and the other, they're not going to listen to you. They're going to tell you to pound sand. I was diplomatic. I said, this is not normal wear and tear on a car. This car's been repainted, and it was not done well. It was done poorly, and that hurts the value of the car. And I'm at a point still. I'm within my 7 days. I can send this car back to Carvana, and that costs them money. That's going to cost them several $100s to pick this car up. Do I want to do that? No. I like the car. Do they want to do that? No. That's out of their profit. And so I hit them back with an easy fix here. I said, hey, can you fix the grill and buff out the paint and some of the damages I have? Can you do this low-hanging fruit that's if I tried and do it, my body work is not good. I stand a chance of damaging it. A professional body man can do this stuff cheap and quickly. It's not labor intensive, but it's just some work. I don't want them to repaint the entire car. The paint job is bad, and there's some fish eyes and some grit in the paint, but the labor to get all that stuff cleaned out is not, it's not, that's a lot of labor and it's a lot of expense, and they don't want to do that. And frankly, the car does look decent from 5 feet away, so I don't want them to do that. I want them to do the stuff that's cheap and easy, that will get this car looking 100%, or well, not 100% nicer, but significantly nicer. And they hit me back. It's been less than 12 hours, and they hit me back and said, "Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Here's a repair facility." Okay, this sounds good. That's a tip there. Negotiate for something that's a win for you and them. I didn't talk lawyers. I didn't talk, I'm going to leave bad reviews. I didn't say anything like that. I said, "Hey, here's what I need," and they're working with me. So we'll see. I've got to get in touch with them. The email didn't specify exactly what work they're going to do. So whenever I find that out, that's if they're doing exactly what I asked, we are good. So, anyways, hope you learned something from that. Alright, so here we are, round 2 with the Miata with Carvana. After sending the other one back, I was kind of a little disappointed. Carvana did me right though, and they took the car back with no questions. I did give them more info. I said, "Hey, this car has had some work done, and it wasn't done right, blah blah blah," and they were appreciative to hear that. I saw the car back on their website, and I made some recommendations of what needed to be done to make the car presentable, and hopefully they did it. I didn't see anything in the pictures or the description about there having been repairs on the car. So, but I found this one, and it's actually a little more of what I was looking for. This is a 2023 Miata instead of a 2020, so it's a little bit newer. It has less miles. I had to pay more for it, but this one I was willing to go a bit above what I was wanting to pay, because for one, it has 7,000 miles on it, and two, it's got the BBS, Brembo, and Recaro package. So that's lighter wheels, bigger brakes, and more comfortable seats that sit a little bit lower. I do autocross. I've been racing the Mustang for 17 years now, and it gets a lot of autocross miles, and it's a fun car, but it's not competitive anymore against some of the newer Mustangs. This car is going to be competitive for a while, I believe. It's what I wanted. And as you saw, I had my Mohawk spiked up, so when I drove home I had the top down, and it drives beautifully. And so this one, it looks like it's going to be a keeper. I haven't seen anything on it yet. The red car, as soon as I got it off the trailer, I spotted the bodywork. This one, here's one thing you need to look at. That red car, the whole car was red. But on a Miata, you see that the diffuser and the side skirt and the front air dam, these are all black. They're not body color. And the club models, you can tell, the club models have a air dam that goes all the way across, and the other models, the Grand Touring and then the Sport model, have a different setup. So this identifies this specifically as the club model, which has the stiffer suspension, has limited slip from the factory. So this is what I wanted. I will say the Mustang has a harsh, jittery ride to it because it's lowered on lowering springs and stiffer shocks. This is not as jittery as the Mustang, but it's every bit as firm. So if you have really rough roads, it is going to pound you a little bit. When I took the back roads home, there was a couple roads where I was getting bounced around quite a bit, but I didn't buy, I'm not taking this, I'm not driving cross country every day. I'm going to be driving this car to and from work. I'm going to be autocrossing it and generally just enjoying it. So anyways, we'll see. If I end up finding something on this, I'll let you know. But so far, I'm happy. And I got If you're gonna buy a car, don't get a bad deal on a car. Always get a good deal. Cars are horribly expensive, and while it's true if you're young you can afford to make a mistake and you've got time to recover, that takes years. You can wreck your finances for the rest of your life on a single bad car deal. This car, I was getting to the point where I was looking at, do I need to buy one new, because I couldn't find what I wanted on the used market for a good price. This car, brand new, is about $6,000 more than what I paid for it, and that's with me paying $1,500 for them to ship it here from Arizona. This was an Arizona car. I know it's going to be clean underneath. I'm going to take it in sometime this week and take a look underneath and make sure, you know, nobody slammed it on some railroad tracks or something. But I got a good deal on this, and it's a little more than I wanted to spend on a car, but it's exactly what I wanted. And it's still a screaming deal. So get a good deal when you buy a car. You know your car is small when you accidentally hit the trunk release putting your big feet in the car. You know your car is small when you have to ditch your 6-foot USB cable for a 3-foot cable because the 6-foot cable won't fit in the little holder. Alright, so my 7 days is up. The car's mine now. I'm on the hook for it. I haven't had a car payment in about 15 years, but I think it was worth it. I did drive this car all week, and it drives nice. There's nothing wrong with it. And I think that's one of the things when you buy from Carvana, you need to understand that yes, they're going to do what's right, and they're not going to jerk you around, but you still have a responsibility to inspect the car before you buy it. I did take this to a lift this last week and put it up on the lift and looked underneath, and it looks like it just rolled off the transporter. So I mean, it is a very clean car in excellent shape. I bought it Saturday. I took it racing on Sunday. I did discover that my camera doesn't mount on the rearview mirror, so no video footage of the racing. But all in all, yeah, I'd buy from Carvana again. They don't jerk you around like the dealerships do. The price they had on the website was the price that I paid. I had to pay some money to have this shipped from Arizona. It's an Arizona car. It was a lease car, and so that's why it has the low miles. It was leased for a while and returned, and then Mazda couldn't sell it and sold it to Carvana, which I don't know why they couldn't sell it. It's a beautiful car in beautiful shape, so I'm happy. But hope you learned something from that.